Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to build massive chest. And obviously when you build a huge chest, your bench press is going to go up. So I'll be talking both about building a big chest and building a big bench press. Just being very strong on the bench press. Bench press 315, 4 reps. So obviously that's a very long term goal and that's going to require a very big chest, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. So let's actually start. Now I usually, for chest, it's a very important muscle for me. Usually what I do, I train my chest twice a week. I don't do more than that. I would say if I had to pick like the perfect frequency, I would say it's going to be twice a week max. And for some people that might be only once a week, but anything beyond that it's too much. It's too much to actually recover from. Even if you keep the volume low, it's still too much on your tendons. I mean, they require a little bit more time to recover from that. So what I usually do, train my chest twice a week. I start my workouts with I usually start with the bench press obviously, but I start with a few warm-up sets. A very lightweight, I do sets of 12 reps, maybe up to 15. And then I move on to whatever weight I track my workouts, so obviously I just pick a weight that I can do for between 10 and 13 reps. And that's what I do. I usually try to use the same weight on all of my sets. What I usually do is I don't have like an exact number of sets that I'm going to do in a specific workout. What I do instead is that, okay, let's say that my 12 rep max is 95 kilograms. I usually stop doing a specific exercise when I see a big drop in my performance. So for example, if my training performance drops 5 reps, so if I was doing between 8 and 12, I'll keep bench pressing. But if on a specific set I do only 7 reps, that's when I decide to actually stop with the exercise. And I'm talking about my 12 or 13 rep max. My point is that I'm going to switch to another exercise when I see a big drop in strength, like performance drops too much. I'm going to move on to my second exercise. It usually takes me maybe over 5 sets. It depends on how many days I took to recover from my previous chest workout. And then I move on to my second exercise. Now, in the past, I used to kind of neglect training other exercises, but now I believe that was a big mistake, because the chest is not that complex for muscle group, but still needs some attention. So we can just do only one exercise, a few sets, and finish with your workout. You're basically leaving gains on the table, so I would say do at least 2 exercises. Now my second exercise that I do is the chest fly with dumbbells. I like dumbbell chest flies because it trains the other function of the chest, and again the same. I pick a weight that I can do for around 12-13 reps, and I do as many sets as I want to. When I see that big drop in strength, in my training performance gets worse, I stop the exercise. I move on to something else. Now, I don't really see the point in doing more, but there might be benefits of doing the dumbbell chest press on a flat bench again, because compared to the barbell, you might get a slightly deeper range of motion, and it might be a good idea to actually give it a try. Obviously, I'm not going to throw everything in a like out of nowhere. I'm going to take my time to build my work capacity first, because a week ago I was only doing the bench press. Now on my previous workout I started with a few sets of the chest flies. You can check out my workouts, my full chest workout. I did more volume on the bench press, and I only did a few sets of chest flies. Now the plan is to increase the volume on my chest flies, but gradually, not just out of nowhere, because the body, it needs a little bit of time to get used to that, and I believe that's the best way to stay injury free. When you work together with your body, that's when you're going to make the best gains. So yeah, just slowly, gradually build up to doing more exercises and more volume. Keep in mind, more is not always better. So I would say, I mean, if you care a lot about your chest, the maximum amount of sets is going to be 18 or 20 of the actual high quality muscle building sets. Now you can do some active recovery training, but you don't take these sets to failure. Something else too, I would say, to really improve that chest, you need to focus on performing the exercises the right way. For example, on the wide grip, don't do partials, do the full range of motion. So to really build the chest, you can't do the arch. You need to be bench pressing with a flat back unless you have very long arms. Look at my arms. So it feels fine for me to actually touch my chest and pause. And with a flat back, I pause on my chest for a second or two. I would say that's the correct way to bench press for building massive chest. If you actually don't touch your chest or completely skip the bottom of the movement, I would say the chest is not working that hard, or you're using momentum and you just bounce the barbell using all of momentum. That's not going to build muscle. I mean, you're going to build some chest, but it's not going to maximize your chest gain. So I would say you need to pause on your chest. And if you're using quite enough grip, you're going to really get that deep stretch. You're going to feel that burn. That's what I actually love. And I don't get that with more narrow grip usually, because everyone's different, so you need to find that I prefer wider than shoulder width grip. That's what works for me. And I've seen great chest gains, to be honest. And on chest wise, again, you need to be with extended arms. Don't bend like that. Don't bend your elbows. You need to be like this. Get that nice stretch. Maybe pause for 1 second and then you bring your arms together. Now on chest wise, I would say cables is going to work great, but I'm not sure about the stretch that you're going to get, to be honest. So I would say maybe you can do both if you care a lot about your chest, because I'm not sure. Now it's been a while since I went to a commercial gym, so I have no idea how the cable is going to work. I mean, you get like there's resistance at the top of the movement, so that's great, but I'm not sure if you're going to get that deep stretch because of the length of the cables. So the best thing you can do is to actually do both the dumbbell chest wise to get that stretch, because you don't get any tension on top of the movement, and then you're going to do the cable chest wise, and maybe a crossover too. Now I don't have a cable machine, but the standing crossover, you can actually get that stretch. I'm not sure, but the point is you try to get a very nice deep stretch, and then you're going to bring your hands together. That's going to build a lot of muscle, believe me. Now push-ups, I would say you don't need them. Seriously, if it's for active recovery training, okay. But anything beyond that, it's just, I mean, you need tension to progress. So I think I told you everything that you need to know. One last thing. To actually build your chest, you need to make sure that you're gaining weight over time. Because usually the strongest lifters on the bench press, with very big bench presses, lifting impressive numbers, impressive weights on the bench press, I would say they usually have a lot of muscle and they're not 150 pounds. And now my personal best is 100 kilograms for 14 clean reps, no arch, no leg drive, with a flat back. Now let's see a 1 rep max calculator, see what my 1 rep max used to be. It used to be 100 and... wait. Let's see. Well, 325 pounds. Yeah, 325 pounds. That's somewhere 147 kilograms. That was my 1 rep max back then. Now I'm trying to rebuild my bench press strength, and I'm getting very close to that point, to be honest. And so I would say I'm strong enough to give you advice about building bench press, and I'm 200 pounds now. When I bench pressed that number, I was less than 200 pounds. Let me see. I was very lightweight, to be honest, like 185 pounds, but very lean. Now I don't know why I got so weak. I believe that after my serious cut I started eating a lot of junk food, and I stopped eating as much protein. I believe that's when I actually lost some muscle mass, and I got lazy. I got a little bit lazy with my training. I stopped doing the bench press, so probably that's why, the combination of the two. So yeah, you need to eat, gain muscle over time, not saying dirty bulk. Check out my how to lean bulk videos on my channel. Just eat a lot of protein, eat healthy foods, try to slowly gain weight over time. But yeah, check out my how to lean bulk videos. So thanks for watching, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it, help my channel grow. And if you're interested in custom training programs, online personal training, or whatever, you want a custom video for you, I can make it happen, whatever. Obviously, if it makes sense. You can contact me on my email or my Instagram. I'm going to leave both in the description. Again, thanks for watching.